Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. Website at the top is kathymcleland.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish, and the website at the bottom, I believe it's at the first, it's at the bottom, at the beginning of the sentence there, hayhouse.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you would like to. There's a lot of energy with this. Where are we going, Cancer? Things are going to go your way. Things are going to go your way. Unexpectedly. Unexpectedly going your way. So, okay, let's just start. There's a change going on with somebody else. Things are going your way. I get that things are going your way. In the environment, somebody's going through this big change. Ironically, I don't think they actually want the change. It's just something they have to go through. I don't know how it's seeming on the outside. I feel like the way you're looking at this is kind of like, all right, that has to happen for them. It's not about liking it, it's just this has to happen. Or it's already in process, it's happening. So I feel like your energy is very supportive and trying to help it be easier on this person. I feel like you understand this. But this is going more your direction than you're going to realize. I feel like I'm just accepting this person's going through a change. They seem to be struggling with it a little bit, and I feel like you don't want to make that worse on them. You agree with them, you don't really want this to happen either, but it's kind of like they have to deal with it, so you're trying to be as supportive as possible, and you're trying to have a positive energy as much as you can. You're very good, you're very supportive, you're trying to make it as easy as possible on them. I feel like you completely sympathize with them not wanting to, and you're like, you don't want it either. You might be holding that back, in the sense of like you don't want to make it any worse on them. You don't want them to feel that way. And I feel like it's a tough situation that I'm trying to be as positive and optimistic about as I possibly can for their benefit. And you're holding back a lot. I feel like you are holding back a lot about how you actually feel because you don't want this to be any heavier on them than it has to be. Very, very empathetic to it. Did I use the right word? Like, you have a lot of compassion for this person, a lot. Currently, the energy does not seem to be moving forward. The change is happening, but there might be an unexpected level going on here. Because things are kind of stuck for a moment, and it doesn't really look like things are moving forward. They are moving forward, but it's like it's stuck and moving forward at the same time, which doesn't make sense to me, but it does. It's like stuck and it's moving forward. It's stuck and it's moving forward. It might be moving more in the direction you would prefer to go in than you realize. There's some change going on here that's unexpected. And this change at first does not seem like it's good. But I feel like there's like we're locked into it. We're locked into it, and the change is happening. There might be something being sold, or I'm trying not to say this because I don't feel like I don't know. Somebody else might be going through a breakup. It's really not bad. It may seem like it is, but I feel like it's creating a change here that's going to work better than expected. Something's being held back. You're holding back how you really feel, But there's something else. There's new information that might fall in later too. It may be a sticky situation is what I'm also getting. While this is happening, somebody else is stepping forward to help the situation be a little bit easier. Unexpected support. I feel like this is really they feel like this is part of the sticky part. There's support here that's unexpected. Unexpected? Unexpected? Is it? I don't know. I feel like it's being accepted, but it's like we're not really talking about it that much. It's actually very good. It is actually very good, but it's almost like we're not talking about it too much. We're just keeping it on the low. Like, all right, there's changes going on. We're keeping it quiet. This person stepping in seems to be very, like they seem to match your sentiment towards this person. But I feel like they're helping you. How are they connected to you? How are they connected to Cancer? Why is it so complicated? This does seem like a complicated situation. I feel like I'm trying to keep it quiet. Somebody's involved. Somebody's helping. They can't be known. It's like we have to keep it out of the public. We can't let everybody know that this person's helping. It's got to be quiet. Somebody's helping. And when this person helps, I feel like you're helping them help. It may be something that you're keeping quiet. There might be some secrets going on here. It's a sticky situation. Very sticky, but I do see you helping. This person seems to be like working with you and you're helping the situation work out. It's working a lot better than expected. I feel like at first I did not expect to be chumming up with this person or working with this person, or I didn't expect this. But I'm seeing the outcome and I'm seeing how this is helping, and I'm like, that outcome is better. I'm going to do what I have to do because the people involved are very important to me, and this outcome is a better outcome for them, and I'm going to do this. I keep getting like, I'm going to do this because it's better. Because it's better. It's just, I keep getting this because it's better. Because it's better. It keeps like playing over and over because it's better. It's not just like a little better. If I was going to equate it to money, it's like the original outcome was going to be $10. This outcome, this better outcome is $100. Like, if I don't know if that helps. Hopefully that helps to show how much better that is. Like 10 times better. There we go. Is that judgment in your favor? The wheel keeps turning. And then the Four of Swords. All right, so the Four of Swords came in reversed, and the wheel keeps turning. The situation is going to go left and right, left and right, left and right. Be careful. Be careful, because I feel like you're trying to keep this out of the public eye, or you don't want everybody to know. There's a lot of slip of the tongue, or like people finding out things. I don't think people are going to figure everything out, but there's going to be every now and then something's going to slip, or somebody's going to figure something out. Be very careful with this situation. Ironically, I am one of those people that I do believe that lying by omission is still lying. Like, not telling somebody something you know they're going to want to know is still lying. But if you have to not tell somebody something, I would go that route. I don't know if that's going to make sense to some people, but like, be careful. This is a sticky situation. The situation, it's coming and going and coming and going. The next phase is like, there's something here that's not being resolved. There's something that might linger for a while. It's a general read, but I'm going to give like possibly a year. Something might linger for like a year before it actually starts to correct, because I feel like there's a delayed healing. It could be delayed for a couple months, up to a year. At the very least, I would say a couple months. There's definitely delayed healing going on here. The situation is going better, but it's like whatever we're doing to fix it seems to linger a lot longer than expected. Like, maybe I thought it would last a couple times, maybe a couple of days, a couple weeks. It's going to last a couple months to a year. let people find things out on their own. If possible, if you know people are like asking questions that you don't want to answer, I would advise avoiding those people or try to stay busy, kind of like I can't talk about that right now, or I'm too busy to talk right now, and just keep busy. Avoid people that you don't want to tell things to. Try not to tell, be careful. Lying by omission, I keep getting like somebody's going to snap you in the ass with that. I could be wrong, but be careful. I keep getting like people are like going to be pointing fingers at you, saying that you knew I needed to know that, or you didn't tell me the truth, or blah 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 blah. I just keep getting like people getting frustrated. But if you literally don't talk to them because you're too busy, I feel like that mitigates a lot of that energy. Just stay busy. Stay busy as best you can, or just try to stay away from certain people. Oh, things are crazy busy right now, and this, or if you have to do extra hours at work just to stay away from certain people, or whatever you have to do, because there's delayed healing. I feel like when all this is said and done, when this block drops off, which could be a couple months to a year, but when this block drops off, I feel like everything comes out all at once. Boom. People are gonna find out little of this, little of that here and there, but when it's all said and done, when the block drops off, everything that's been going on is gonna come right to light, like poof, like spotlight light. You're gonna like the outcome, ironically, but like I don't feel like it has to be that bad in the sense of like when the truth comes out. I just feel like people are giving you a hard time. I just feel like people are giving you a really hard time. They're not looking at like why you did what you had to do and you did what you felt was right and you got a great outcome. They're not looking at it in that sense. They're just like, well, I asked you this and you knew I wanted to know that and you just didn't tell me. Or some people might flat out accuse you of lying about things. You know how that's going to play out. I feel like a lot of you are going to like try to just not say stuff because you just don't think it's going to help things. I feel like a lot of you are going to just not say certain things. And I just feel like people are going to be pointing at you. And I don't think it has to be that bad. But if you see it like it's coming down the line, I feel like you can mitigate that better. Staying away from people, trying to like stay out of their, like trying to make it so, you don't have enough time to talk to them, so you can't hang out with them too much. It's going to work better. When it does finally come apart, or gets the spotlight on it, you'll get through it. It'll pass faster than you think. What is the advice for like... Yeah, just... When it does come forward, be prepared to just put it all out there. Reasons you said what you said, or didn't say what you didn't say, and just put it right out there. Just put it right out there. I did what I did, and I did because I felt it was for the best. And just... If you're planning for it going forward, if you know what's going to happen at some point, I feel like it makes the whole situation a lot smoother when it finally does happen. It could be 2 months, could be a year. Keep that in mind. Knowing that it's probably going to come out that way, it'll affect how you handle it going forward, but you'll also have it, all right, here's the moment, and you just put it out there. I feel like you're just here. All right, fine, here. Because you're going to do what you feel like is right, and you're going to do what you feel like you need to do to make the best outcome happen for whoever you're dealing with. It does seem to work really well for you, and I understand that, because you do have some really good things coming forward. You got prosperity, you do have abundance after that block falls out. But when the block falls out, again, a lot of things come to light that you might not be thinking will. They're just giving you a heads up just so you can plan for it. If you know that's coming, I feel like that can be easier on you. Kind of like, all right, at one point, sooner or later, the moment's going to happen. So if I know that coming forward as I handle this issue, I'll just keep that in the back of my mind as I'm talking to people. And then when it has to come forward, I just put it right out there all at once, just so we can move on from it and go forward to what we need to go forward to. It is a good outcome, and I know that. We're giving prosperity and abundance, but I feel like this is how it's coming forward. I don't know. Has it been a rough summer for Cancer? I feel like Cancer's had a few rough reads lately, so I hope things are going well for Cancer. All right. Are we good? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. This James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.